This courtroom hearing wasted no time. Guilty pleas, probation reviews, and serious warnings filled the docket. By the end, the judge made it clear the court was done waiting.
Just to remind you, Judge, this is when she put out, and you gave her some time to get her affairs in order.
Right.
You just told her to show up.
Okay. And I somewhat recall that, but thank you. Okay.
Yes.
Right. No, I understand all of that, but I don't have anything to tell me what I did. I just can't.
You probably pay it off.
You probably, yeah. You want to switch spots for just a minute?
No.
Okay. So you're Michelle Manuel, and Miss Manuel, you were previously here and entered a plea of guilty to aggravated assault causing serious bodily injury. Have you been arrested for anything since that time? All right. Then any reason not to go forward with them? Mr. Parker, wait, you're not. I'm not done yet.
You not excited yet?
I've still got to say the word. All right, ma'am, I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find that you're mentally competent. You understood the nature and the consequences of that plea. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time find you guilty of aggravated assault causing serious bodily injury. Sentence you in accordance with your agreement to a term of 3 years in the Institutional Division of the Texas Department of Corrections. You will receive credit on that sentence for any time that you've been in custody that the law gives you the right to receive. Yes, ma'am?
Would it be from the date of the incident or the date of the indictment?
If you were in custody on this case, even before it was indicted, you'll get time for it. So if you were arrested and then you bonded out.
Well, that occurred in the
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
the time she won't get credit for it.
No, probably not.
So it happened in April. I think you credit from April to the next.
It's going to be when we had a hold on you or when the indictment was, whichever kind of came first. Okay? So you'll get credit for that. I am making an affirmative finding of a deadly weapon. Oh, wait, or is there a deadly weapon? No. It's not. So I'm going to retract that. All right, so I'm going to hand you the trial court certification that shows this was an agreement that I followed, and so you waived your right to appeal. I'm also handing you a written admonishment regarding your ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition. Because of the judgment entered against you, you're ineligible under Texas law to possess a firearm or ammunition. Possession of a firearm or ammunition could lead to charges against you. Firearm is a legal term, and you should read the written admonishment I provide you to see what devices qualify as a firearm. If you have questions about the laws that make you ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, or about how long that lasts, you can talk to Mr. Parker. Right? Good. All right. Good luck to you, ma'am. You can go back with the bailiff. Almeida Miles. She had a warrant. Okay.
I haven't had a chance to talk to it all.
I'll reset it. Now you know where she is. Good morning, sir. You are Daniel Jake Wise. And Mr. Wise, you're on probation for driving while intoxicated, third or more. And there was a motion to revoke filed. You were previously in court, entered pleas of true to counts 3, 4, and 5 in that motion. I have received an updated pre-sentence report. Has everyone had an opportunity to review that report?
Yeah. We have good.
Are there any additions or corrections to the update?
Well, just some additions maybe, because when we look for your possibly plead UA, and the reason is because he viewed it to result with the drug practice. Now, since we left here, probation here, we come to prove that he hasn't failed yet.
Okay.
But what we don't know is what the drug test result was. We don't believe probation get that. It's only when they're working from their failure, I'm sure they're selling. You haven't seen it.
Yeah, if we would have received a failure, that would have come through.
We've got no.
Yeah. Okay.
And maybe stay the court as well. There's no probation giving us to get out there. I don't feel the right chasing one. So she is. What I would be up for jail is maybe a
He's. I saw that he's on 5 years already for a state jail or a federal. So we're at 6. So we can do one.
We're really finish on. There's obviously a problem.
Okay, thank you. Okay, and Mr. Patton, you're here. Thank you, and you agree that the extension, what you put in your report with the JCDI, would be appropriate.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right then, Mr.
Judge Matt.
Sure.
He
Did you want to argue against me leaving him on probation?
Well, not against him on probation. He did write a lengthy letter to the court.
He did. I've got it. I reviewed it.
Part of that, he explains his career path lately because of his different placement going to work for a long time. He is working at a shipyard now. He's got a job opportunity lined up, but he can't start it until he's off probation. So what he would like is to finish probation as quickly as possible. Because of his passing 2 drug tests per week, and that's really been his only issue for the entire 5 or 6 years of probation, is 2 tests in the last year, or attorney review. Discussing with him, at least our proposal would be to extend him for 3 or 4 months and leave just twice a week drug testing on him, see if he continues to be back on his drug test. If he does, then we could come out and expire and go get back to job. Per the administrative report, we've never had any problems on the commission.
So there was an administrative hearing. Looks like everything had to do with leading up to this. Is that correct, Mr. Patton?
We went to a drug test in November. One failed alcohol test. There's a 3rd failed drug test each week.
Right. Mr. Nichols?
Tarpey only did so.
All right, so here's what I'm going to do, Mr. Wise. I'm going to find that you entered your pleas of true to counts 3, 4, and 5 freely and voluntarily. Find those counts true. Find sufficient evidence to revoke your probation. I'm not going to do that today. I am going to extend your probate. What's the May? So we just passed.
Technically expired now, but there's an
I'm
FFT.
doing that. Fingers. Okay. So if I extend it, does it extend from today or from the date? It would extend from the 13th of May. So just from one. All right, I'm going to extend it for 3 months. I am going to order the continuation of the drug test each week, how we've been doing it. Those go fine. Make sure everything else on probation is going fine, then you'll be off in a few months. Yes. Yep. Let's do everything just to make. And obviously, if you're doing both and there's a discrepancy, then I'll have 2 things to look at instead of just one. But if everything goes well between now and then, we shouldn't have any issues, and you'll be off probation in a few months. If not, any issues, we're right back in here. Another motion to revoke. You're back in custody, and things probably won't be like that. You understand? All right. Good luck to you, sir. Good morning. You're Joseph Gilbo. And Mr. Gilbo, you were previously in court and entered a plea of guilty to impersonating a public servant. I've received the pre-sentence report.
Each case brought different charges, but the message stayed the same. Compliance matters, probation has limits, and firearm violations raise serious concern. Every decision was tied to accountability.
Everyone had an opportunity to review that report. Are there any additions or corrections? Comments? Explanations? Please? Can I get everyone to please hold it down a little bit?
Spoken about this morning. What he told me this morning is that statement he made in the probation part is his version of that. I explained to him that based on that, my advice is the court will have to draw the case in the trial. However, he was see what the agreement was.
Well, you can't say you didn't do it and get probation. It doesn't work like that. Because when you were here before, the clerk swore you in to tell the truth. And when you stood in front of me, I asked you a couple of very important questions. One was, were you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? And the second one was, are you pleading guilty because you actually did what they charged you with? And you answered yes to that. But if you didn't actually do what they charged you with, then you need to plead not guilty and let a jury decide. You can't say I didn't do it, but I don't want to go to trial. Does that make sense? Either you did it or you didn't do it. Okay? Well, if some of it wasn't true, that's fine. But either you impersonated a public servant for some amount of time, ever so slight or whatever it was, either you did that or you didn't. Did you do that? Okay. Any reason not to go forward then? All right then. Anything else with regard to the pre-sentence report? Mr. Hosspower, Mr. Rojas, anything else?
Okay.
All right, Mr. Gilbo, I'm going to find that you previously entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to follow the agreement that you made with the district attorney and defer all proceedings and place you on probation for a period of 4 years. You're ordered to pay the $500 fine and to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. If you do that, this is an excellent opportunity because you do not have the felony conviction on your record. And if you successfully complete the probation at the end, the case is dismissed. You will never have the felony conviction. The other side of that, though, is if you violate any condition of probation, you can be brought back into court. You could be found guilty of the offense and sentenced anywhere in the range of punishment, which is up to 10 years. Do you understand? All right, I'm handing you the trial court certification. That shows that this was an agreement that I followed, and so you've waived your right to appeal. You need to have a seat here in the courtroom and wait for probation. She's going to call you up when she's ready to go over your paperwork. Good luck to you, sir. Jason Jones, sentencing, Mr. Rojas? Yeah, and I think... Oh, no, I'm holding. That's the one they're talking about. All right, sir, are you Jason Jones? And in cause number 23, DCCR 0390, Mr. Jones, you were previously in court, entered a plea of guilty to unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon, and I received the pre-sentence report. Has everyone had an opportunity to review that report?
Yeah.
And are there any additions or corrections?
No. No, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Jones, I've got some serious concerns with placing you on probation in this case, because not only are you a convicted felon, it doesn't appear to me that you were just carrying a gun from one place to the other. You had two guns, chambered, 16 rounds in a magazine. You had extra rounds under your seat. You had a backpack with marijuana, another backpack, another suspected bag of marijuana in your cup holder. You had I just feel like there was more going on here. Scale. People don't carry around scales. People don't carry around that kind of marijuana. People don't carry around those kind of guns unless they're dealing drugs. Period. And so the fact that you are already a convicted felon and out dealing drugs makes me wonder why we're giving you probation. Does that make sense? Are you working? If I test you this morning, you gonna have something in your system? Let's double check that. Have a seat in the jury box.
You can get on a drug test.
We're gonna double check. I just want to be extra sure before I figure out what to do. I know. I mean, yeah. I think as long as we're okay this morning, I might just add a few little things up and be good. Thank you. Mr. Cleese. Good morning, sir. Are you Jamal Joseph? And Mr. Joseph was previously in court, entered pleas of guilty to, in 2 cases, to burglary of a habitation, and those were both first-degree felony offenses. I've received a pre-sentence report. Has everyone had an opportunity to review that report?
Yes, you have.
Are there any additions or corrections?
No.
And so it says here the fine was to be determined. Was that left up to me?
Yes, Judge, I just wanted to let you know, did see what the criminal history is concerning the factors underlying the burglary itself, faculty and hostile common employment, the tactics plaintiff is okay with the fact, and the fact that he has pled to the entire particular charge, lending himself to that exposure staff.
And it looks like it wasn't necessarily on the front page, but it looks like there has been some requests for restitution in each of the cases. 600 in 0493 and $160 in 0709. Is there any issue with you ordering that, Mr. Samuel?
No, no.
Okay, then at this time, Mr. Joseph, I'm going to find in each of your cases that you entered your pleas of guilty freely and voluntarily. In cause number 24, DCCR 0493, find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to follow the agreement that you made with the district attorney and defer all proceedings and place you on probation for a period of 10 years. I'm going to order a $500 fine in that case and order that you pay restitution in that case in the amount of $600. You're also required to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. And then in cause number 24, DCCR 0709, also find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily, find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to follow your agreement that you made and defer all proceedings and place you on probation for 10 years. You're ordered to pay a $500 fine in that case also, and ordered to pay $150 in restitution in that case, and also follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. If you do all of this, then this is an excellent opportunity because you do not have these felony convictions on your record. And at the end of the probation period, the cases will be dismissed and you'll never have the felony conviction. The other side of that, however, is if you violate any condition of probation, you can be brought back into court. You can be found guilty in each of the cases, and the range of punishment that I could sentence you to in each of these cases is a minimum 5 years in prison up to 99 years for the rest of your life. Do you understand? All right, I'm handing you the trial court certification that shows this was an agreement in each case that I followed, so you've waived your right to appeal. And I do want to make sure, I want the restitution, at least half, to get paid, not wait till after the fines and all of that. Okay? If you'll just, that's this. If you'll just have a seat here in the courtroom, probation will call you when she's ready to go over all of the paperwork. All right? Good luck to you, sir. Thank you, Mr.
Some defendants received extended chances under strict conditions. Others were warned how fast probation can turn into prison time. The judge closed the docket and moved forward.